How's it going out there? We're living the life, I guess. We're doing what we can, right? Are you doing what you can? I know that I am. But man, I'm not feeling it today. I don't think. I don't know if I am, really. I took a nap. That's what usually when I take naps, said this before, they just throw me out of my loop, but I had to, man. I had to take a nap today. I've been editing a lot. I done and edited my first gaming video. Got Too Far Gone ready to go. Gonna be posted tomorrow. You know, that's what I do. That's what I do. Cause I had to do it. I stayed up till like 3 in the morning, editing both Too Far Gone and the best of and the gaming video. Cause I found out I was off work today. It's probably why I had to take a nap, man. Just looking at a computer for so long, it's just like I need to get me some of those cool computer glasses. Cause I am close to being in a cubicle without getting paid. You know what I mean? I do a lot of computer work not to get paid for it, and it's just like, hey, who out there is gonna pay me for my services? I don't even know if my services are worth it. You know what I mean? But whatever, dog. I wore my watch today. You know what I mean? It's not the one I stole out of a trash can. Hopefully you get that reference. Oh, can I just say, I saw an article before I did this, right? I saw an article right before I did this, and I just was like, I want to bring this up on the podcast so I don't forget about it. And you know what? You know what it was about? It's about a cyclist filming a guy in a car that went off on him for being in the middle of the road. And I have to agree. I watched the video, right? Okay? I watched the video. And I have to agree with the guy in the car. Now, I don't know if he tried to hit him or anything, because, I kind of skipped ahead. I don't think there were any racial slurs. I think it was all white guys, so I think I can speak about this. I think I can take up for the guy that was being recorded. I think I can take up for him, because, dude, there's something that makes me mad about cyclists who get on backcountry roads and stuff and think they own the road. It's like, hey, man, put your little bike on a bike rack on your vehicle and take it to the local park, okay? Ride it out there, okay? Because I'm getting sick and tired of hitting these corners in the middle of nowhere and there being a guy on a bicycle 10 miles from any kind of, any kind of civilization. Why do I always pick words I can't say? But I'm just saying, in that video, I have to be on the side of the vehicleist. Is that even a word? I'm on the side of the guy that got filmed. And yeah, he could have handled it better, I guess, because I'm assuming in the video, I watched the majority of it, and I can almost guarantee you that there was no racial slurs in the video, okay? I could 98% agree, because that's why I have to watch it, because you got to be careful who you take up for nowadays. You can't just be like, oh, I got it, and then you watch the video, you're like, damn, why'd you have to use a racial slur? I had your back until then. Because I'm pretty, is there a white on white kind of crime that, is there a racial slur for that? Because I was looking around everybody in the videos, like, everybody's white. So, everybody's white. So I can take it for the guy. It's just crazy. It just blows my mind that anything is viral worthy today. You could be angry at a guy on a bicycle for taking up the lane. 4 of them across the road. It's like, hey, man. I understand you have the day off and you out here riding your bicycles, you dressed up in all these tight clothes and all this, and you got little mirrors on your helmet. But hey, get the hell out of the way. Some people got to get to work. I get so tired of seeing people on bicycles in the middle of the road. It's like, give me 3 feet. It's like, if I go 3 feet over, bro, I'm going to hit the car over there. If there's a curve coming up and you want me to pass you, give you 3 feet of space. If you don't get your ass in the weeds on this little bike, I'm sick and tired of everybody just thinking they're right, okay? Some things are wrong, okay? I get it. Some things should be filmed. But not everything has to go viral. And we're just, after 87 years of the Redskins being named the Redskins, that's getting changed. That's good, I guess. I understand it, that'd be just like that'd be like having a team called the Tampa Bay Darkskins. I get it. It's not good. I get it. I understand why they're switching it. But it's just I think with all this stuff switching, like the NASCAR switching the getting rid of the rebel flag and all that, which is understandable, I guess. I'm not really a part of the NASCAR fan base, but now those people that are angry about it are going to go that much further. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Is that nobody cares. People like me who's like, oh yeah, I understand, I get it. I wouldn't care in the first place, you know what I mean? But the people that's like, oh hell no, you're not taking the rebel flag out of NASCAR. That'd be like taking left turns out of NASCAR. And I'm not speaking for NASCAR. I'm saying that's what some in the NASCAR community would say, I presume. And I really don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest with you. But I'm saying some people are going to go that far and be that much more pissed off and then have that much more hatred. Oh, and I'm also fascinated how it's a lot of older guys coming out and saying like how they're happy now that they're speaking about their past. Like, I get it. In the past, it wasn't so hot. It wasn't a fun time for anybody that was colored. It wasn't fun. Now you got people coming out like I saw this guy say that he's happy that the Redskins were getting their names switched, right? Because it's talking about Native Americans, right? Which is, I guess, a racial slur. It makes sense. And they have a whole team about it. And it's like, oh, I get it. And then they're wearing red socks and red armbands and stuff. And it's like, oh, okay, I understand why they're switching the name. But the guy said, a couple white kids when I was growing up would call me Redskin. So it's like all the people who were bullied way back in the day are coming out now and getting their revenge. I get it. I understand it. It's like the Me Too movement in California. It's like 30 years ago. Some woman had to blow a guy for a row, and now she's like, no, that's fucked up. Which it is, I guess, right? Unless they both agree upon it. Yeah, I guess it is a weird thing. But I mean, also, I would do what I got to do to be the next Batman. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to suck anybody off, but hey, the Batman's a big role. You know what I mean? I'll be Batman. Who I got? If I gotta suck off Harvey Weinstein, though, I understand. You'd be like, fuck that. I'll be an extra in a terrible movie. You could put me at the end of the movie where the deleted scenes. Just give me one of them. Oh man, it's a crazy world. And also the gyms are back to having. I went to the gym the other day and they're like, hey man, you gotta wear a mask in here. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not coming back for the rest of the year. So I'm just going to keep running. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of the year. I'm just sick and tired of the gym and all this. I understand you got a coronavirus, but fuck, dude. Like, they just want us to all crawl in a hole and die. That would cure the coronavirus if we all just sat in our houses, in our apartments, and just was like, you know what? It's the end. Let's just let this. We're not going to go out and get food. We're just going to sit here and just use all the Netflix and Wi-Fi data that we can until we just croak out. And it's just like, what am I supposed to do? I was really getting back to my normalcy, and I was getting everything back in order with the gym and all that, and running, balancing my life out, and then now we're just going backwards again. It's like, damn, what the fuck? And I understand you gotta wear a mask and all that, but I just don't see how it helps that they want you to wear a mask inside the gym. Then you don't have to wear a mask while you work out. And I'm like, what's the point? If I understand if they say you have to wear a mask in the gym and wear it the whole time, but if they want you to keep taking it off and putting it back on, it's like, hey man, that's a little much. I'm just gonna go run, okay? Luckily, I started running. Well, I guess the pandemic really showed me that I need to be running because I thought the world was good, I thought the world was good until this year. I mean, we had our flaws for sure. We had our flaws. Everything's coming out this year. This is the first year in a family where the son comes out as being a homosexual and the father doesn't know how to deal with it. So the first year is going to be pretty rough. It's like, son, I still love you, but I'm not a fan of you being a homosexual. And dad's like, what the hell is this, man? You lived under my roof for 16, 17 years. Now you want to come out and say you're gay. Now, of course, some fathers would be like, that's cool, man. Some would be like, damn, dude. Those guys would be like, yeah, my son's going to be pounding girls in high school. You know what I mean? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's going to be getting pounded. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what the world is. The world is a son a homosexual son that came out to his father, and his father's pissed off, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this year. You know, better luck in 2021. So we just gotta roll this year out, man. We just gotta roll it out like a muscle. Just it's sore, it's tight from running. We gotta roll it out, man. Oh, it's just there's not a whole lot more that I can do. All I can do is go to work, and that's just what's pissing me off. Is everything's closing, everything's getting shut down again. Got to wear a mask wherever I go, but yet the doors at work are still open, which is good for me because I need that money. Because if I go a month or two without working, your boy's gonna lose his mind. Your boy's moving somewhere that's corona free if they'll let him. I'll take all the tests that I have to, and I'm out. I'm out. You know what I mean? Where is there anywhere in America that's good on the virus? Oh, speaking of America, man. Not only did you find out that corona has still taken over the world, and we're slowly getting back to having to wear masks, and then I'm just expecting the worst this year. I'm not calling anybody, I'm not texting anybody, not to hang out, not going to any bars, not going to the gym. I'm just gonna stick to running and push-ups and do my prison workouts. Might need to go spend a day in prison to find out how they work out, because I don't like working out of my apartment, because it's just like I look around like, oh, there's the couch, you know, there's my bed, you know. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so it's pretty easy to see everything in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I got the gaming system set up, posted my first game in one. I played the convenience store, right? Played the convenience store. It was a good game. Took a little bit longer than I had to edit an hour and 30-minute video down to 20 minutes because, of course, nobody's watching right now. You can't just post an hour video and expect people. I'll be like, fuck this dude. I ain't about to watch this dude's video. So I edited that down to a 20-minute video. Oh, I just went off on a little tangent, but I watched this documentary. Well, I guess like a mini documentary about the Whitakers in West Virginia, right? Which is an inbred family. Oh, it blew my mind, dude. I watched it twice, if I'm being honest with you. I was just so interested in it, and not interested in like a that's awesome kind of way. Just, you know, information. It's like watching mukbangers. Anybody that's severely obese just eating themselves to death, and you just the psychology of it. It's like, holy shit. And this is what I don't get about the Whitakers, right? So their family, somebody in their family, maybe their grandparents. The guy asked them. He really didn't get a lot of answers because these people have a birth defect, of course, because their parents are related, or their grandparents. I think they could be both, because they look like they doubled down on the gene deficiencies. I don't know how to say any of that, but they looked a little much for me. I was like, not looked, but acted, and just something was going on, and you could tell, oh, it's from inbreeding, right? Then I watched that. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. One dude was talking, and it sounded like he was barking. And I think, my theory is, the guy, I wish that I could remember the name of the title. Look up the Whitakers if you want to watch this. The Whitakers Inbred family in West Virginia. If you look up the Whitakers, you'll find it. It's like a 12-minute, 21-second video. You'll find it. And I was watching this, right? I'm just minding my own business watching this. Then I get into this documentary about British Pakistanians. Is how you say that? Hopefully I didn't offend them. But they are known for marrying their first cousins, right? And I find out that they not only marry their first cousins, and it's prominent in their culture, like everybody, like they were interviewing people on the streets, and it's like, yeah, I married my first cousin, first, second, and third. Yeah, of course. You want us to venture out? And their reasonings was that the culture, of course, you know, and then the family. You're already in the family. You're in the family, so why branch out? You already got a family, so you know if you call an Aunt Teresa, it's also her Aunt Teresa. It's like, or it could be her mom. Your Aunt Teresa is her mom. That's how that works, right? It's like, you on the phone with Aunt Teresa? No, I'm on the phone with your mom. Well, technically she's both. It's crazy. It's the same person. It just blows my mind. And they were saying, and then their kids had there was one kid who was probably 16. Poor fella. All he wanted to do was drive, right? But he was deaf and he was blind. You know, he had some Beethoven in him. And he couldn't do anything, right? And he kept saying, "Look, can I drive now?" Like, he's like, "Can I drive?" Shit, like what? And it's not no fault of his own, because his mom and dad are first cousins, and then they pass down the recessive gene of having this, and you're like, holy shit, how selfish of you to marry your first. Now, I understand if, look, I'm not trying to marry my first, second, third, any cousins of mine, but I'm just saying I would understand more. I would be more accepting to the culture of British Pakistanians or the Whitakers, anybody that wants to marry within their family. I wouldn't care, right, if they didn't pass on the recessive gene to their offspring, and then they have to live a terrible life, born with it, with no, they didn't do anything, didn't do a damn thing. That's mad selfish. Just because you can't go to a local bar and meet a woman or a man not in your family. It's like, how selfish. 70% of British Pakistanians marry their first cousins. Could you imagine if 70% of Americans or anybody in America married their first cousins? We would be outraged. Hopefully, I would hope. But thankfully, we're not known for doing that, because that is crazy. And then they have the nerve to say that it's not that they married their first cousins. It's that the doctors gave their children medicine that did not work, and now they're upset. You know, my computer's starting to sound like a spaceship. Is this thing about to take off? Like, I'm not downloading anything. What you fanning for? I'm over here trying to talk about recessive genes in the UK, right? And my computer's just, all I hear is the fan. And you probably can't even hear it. Like, you can't hear the people upstairs making noises. Then I look like an idiot speaking about it. It's like, But I was real invested. I invested a whole night of, took a night off of editing and doing all that to watch a documentary about Inbred, Inbreeding, and then of course you have like the royal families and all that, the kings and queens, they're known for doing it, and you're like, whoa. Then you find out, whoa, what's up here? Now I understand, like, way back in the day when there's no people, I still wouldn't do it, but I understand, you're like, we gotta make some more people, so we're gonna have to be kin down the line for a while to get this. Hopefully they don't get the recessive gene, but there's a lot of people in the world now. There's a lot of people. You know, you can't find other people with the same cultural values as you to marry outside the family. And everybody in their communities were first, second, third. I just blew my mind that they were walking down the road. So do you agree with marrying your first cousin, second cousin in your family? It's like, yeah, I'm actually this is Tina. She's my first cousin. It's like, holy shit. And then I did see that somehow somebody married their second or third cousin. I don't know if they knew that it was, or like they met. You know how people lose contact with people, then you meet up somehow. I guess you run in a gas station and you forget that they're your cousin, then you fall in love with them, then you think about having kids, you're like, oh, you're actually cousins. And then they're like, well, we can't break up now because we're in love. Huh? What are we going to do now? But I really recommend watching the documentary about the Whitakers in West Virginia. It is fascinating, real fascinating. And I got a lot of information. I'm not gonna be marrying my first cousin. I'll tell you that. I mean, I wasn't before, but I really went further from that thought. You know what I mean? That's insane. Oh man! And then they were going so far that they were going to the doctor to play the odds to see if they would pass off the recessive gene to their offspring. You're gonna play the odds? You just can't even imagine dating somebody outside of your family. You know, it's crazy how the stuff that we're taking down as cancer culture is going out there and taking everything down. A lot of stuff is probably long due, you know what I mean? But some things have not been touched on yet. Some things have not been touched. I feel like marrying and having sex within your own family tree should be illegal everywhere, maybe? Everywhere, maybe? Everywhere. You can't do that. And Look, I still wouldn't agree with it. If it didn't affect your kids, I'd be okay with it. But the fact that you could go out of your way, you go out of your way to mess up a human's life, right? Before they're even born, right? That's mad disrespectful, inconsiderate, and just how dare you put that on somebody that's not even born yet to have to live. Most of them lived a short life, I'm assuming. Oh, also, last week I was talking about Beethoven and all that, and the average lifespan within or in the 1700s, and I found out with further reading in that week or later that week, last week, that it was the life expectancy was so low because children, a lot of small children and young ones died at an early age, infants. And so that brought down the life expectancy. And it was saying that if you made it past 5 or 6, you'd have a great chance of living a full life. So that's why the life expectancy was so low, according to Google. So who knows if that's real? But somebody go out there and tackle the inbred problem. I think it's can I say it's a problem? Huh? Go check out your documentaries. But that's it for this week. Too Far Gone is going to be posted tomorrow. I posted a gaming channel or a gaming video today. And the next game I'll be playing is Getting Over It. That'll be my next gameplay. And I know what you're thinking. That game's like 3 years old. Buddy, I didn't play games 3 years ago, okay? I'm playing games now. I'm going back and playing everything that I missed out on, okay? That's what I'm going to do. But do whatever you do. But don't let the door hit you on the way out.